we got the wrong one. Or else it should be vav base. Yes.
Yep. Correct.
Okay. There are 4 uncertainties in which Rabbi Yeshua rules a certain uncertainty tame and the common rule of taho. How so? A tame person is standing and a taho person is passing by, or a taho person is standing and a tame person passes by. By a tame object in a private domain, a taho object in a public domain, taho object in the private domain, and a tame object in the public domain. There is also a doubt whether one entity touched the other or did not touch, where there is a doubt whether it shared a roof with the other entity or it did not share a roof with it, or there is a doubt whether it caused the other entity to move or did not cause it to move. The Yeshua rules the Taho entity Tame and the sages rule the Taho. Regarding a tree that was standing in the public domain and an object of Tuma was in it, if one climbed to the top of the tree and there was a doubt whether it touched the Tame object or did not touch it, it is certainty is ruled Tame. If one inserted his hand into a hole that has an object of Tuma in it, and there is a doubt whether he touched it, the Tame object or did not touch it, the uncertainty is ruled Tame. Regarding a store that was Tame and open to a public domain, and there is a doubt whether one entered the store or did not enter it, the uncertainty is ruled Tahor. If there is a doubt whether he touched a Tame item there or he did not touch it, the uncertainty is ruled Tahor. Regarding 2 stores, one of which is Tame, one which is with Tahor, and one entered one of them, and there is a doubt whether he went into the Tame one or the Tahor one, the uncertainty is ruled Tame. As many certainties and many uncertainties of certainties that you can add in a private domain, the uncertainty is ruled Tame. But in a public domain, the uncertainty is ruled Tahor. How so? If one entered an alleyway and there was an object of Tuma in the courtyard, and there is a doubt whether he entered the courtyard or did not enter it, there was an object of Tuma in a house, and there is a doubt whether he entered the house or did not enter it. Even if he entered it, there is a doubt whether the object of Tuma was there or was not there. And even if it was there is doubt whether it consisted of the minimum measure of Tuma or it did not consist of the minimum measure, and even if it did consist of the minimum measure, there is a doubt whether it is an object of Tuma or an object of Tahara. And even if it is an item of Tuma, there's a doubt whether he touched it or did not touch it, and uncertainty is ruled Tame. Elazar says that uncertainty regarding entry is ruled Tahor, and the uncertainty regarding contact with Tuma is ruled Tame.
Okay. So just remember Rabbi Elazar's opinion over here is that he differs from the rest of Chacham. He says that if the doubt involves whether or not you entered the Rishus HaYachid, then he says it's still Tahor. But if you know that you entered the Rishus HaYachid and you just don't know whether you attached it or not, then he agrees that it's Tameh. Just hold on a second. My daughter's called me twice in a row. All right. So now having gone over again Rabbi Elazar's opinion, let's go into the new Mishnah. Mishnah, hey, nichnas lebik'a b'mosa geshamim. If he went into a valley in winter when it's rainy, okay. So now the valley is now going to be all slushy and difficult to walk through, which means that you're not going to have a lot of people there. So now what happens is it turns out to be Rishus HaYachid, even though it's anyone can walk through if they want to. It's treated legabe Tuma as a Rishus HaYachid because there are very few people there. Okay, so Tuma b'sadeh plonis. So if there's Tuma in a certain field, v'amar halachti lemakom alaza. He says, I went to this certain place. I'm not sure if I went into that field or not. So again, Rabbi Elazar is going to say, well, you're not sure if you went in, so it's not a suffix about what happened inside the Rishus HaRabim. So it's inside the Rishus HaYachid. It's a suffix if you went in at all, and therefore he says it's tahor. Chachamim mitamim. They say that it's a suffix about a Rishus HaYachid, and therefore it is tameh.
Okay.
So we're consistent there between the two Mishnayos. Okay, Mishnah Vav. Suffix Rishus HaYachid. If you have a suffix inside the Rishus HaYachid, as we learned many times before, it's tameh. Ad sheyomar lo nagati, unless it is absolutely clear to him that he did not touch the tumah. Suffix Rishus HaRabim tahor ad sheyomar nagati. And conversely, if the suffix arises in the Rishus HaRabim, we assume he is tahor unless he says vadai, I know I touched it. Ezohi Rishus HaRabim. So what is the definition of a Rishus HaRabim as far as Tumah is concerned? Shvile Beis Gilgul, the paths of Beis Gilgul, and similar places, is called the Rishus HaYachid for Shabbos. As far as Shabbos is concerned, you would not be chayav for carrying in it. Maybe Rishus HaYachid might be that it's a karmelis, so you wouldn't be chayav for carrying in it. So it's not really a Rishus HaYachid. But it's a rishus ha but it's a rishus but it's a rishus harabim as far as tumah is concerned, because a lot of people walk there. And that's the difference. So when we're talking about Rishus HaYachid and Rishus HaRabim, there's a very big difference in definitions between Shabbos and Tumah, and like to the point where they're almost completely different creatures. Amar Rabbi Elazar, Lo huz karu shvile beis Gilgul, ela sheim Rishus HaYachid lekach ulekach. He says no, they're both called Rishus HaYachid. Okay, he has an argument about that area, whether or not that is defined as a Rishus HaYachid for Tumah. Hashvilim hamafulashim laboros v'lashichim v'lamaros v'legitos. So the paths that spread out between cisterns and wells and wine presses, basically places where a lot of people walk. Rishus HaYachid l'Shabbos. It's still called a Rishus HaYachid on Shabbos. It's not a proper Rishus HaRabim because it's not big and open and lots of people walking there. But nonetheless, there are enough people who walk there that makes it a Rishus HaRabim as far as Tumah is concerned. Okay. Ha-bik'a b'mos hachama. Okay, the valley during summer. Okay, in the summer months, Rishus HaYachid l'Shabbos, Rishus HaRabim l'Tumah. So now it's dried up, as opposed to the Mishnah we learned two Mishnahs ago, where it was winter and not many people go there because it's all muddy and maki and whatever. But now during summer it's dry, so a lot of people walk there, and therefore it's called the Rishus HaRabim as far as Tumah is concerned. But during winter, it is Rishus HaYachid in both respects. Okay, I'm going to need to leave and...
okay, I will do the rest. I will get everything done.
And we'll see you
tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a good night. Hopefully we'll get a good night's sleep.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sean. Thank you.